Sister had a huge secret from her fiance, but I told him terrible truth. Oh, I can't believe the wedding is cancelled. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister's fiance about her past? My sister, 30, is engaged to a guy, 33, let's call him Josh. Josh is a very well-established guy, very nice to my sister and our family, does a lot for us. Josh and my sister announced their engagement a couple of months ago at a family dinner. Obviously everyone celebrates at the news and has a great night. Except for me. I took my sister aside later in the night and asked her if she had told him about her past. My sister went through an extremely sex-positive phase in college and slept with easily over 100 guys, were twins BTW, so always been close. She said it didn't matter, it was the past, etc. Fair enough, it shouldn't matter, but I think Josh deserves to know this before he marries my sister. Not every man is comfortable with marrying someone with such an extensive list of past sexual partners. So anyway, I tell her if she doesn't tell him, I will. I give her a month. She doesn't tell him. Meanwhile, they're going full steam ahead planning the wedding. I give her one last chance, a few more weeks to come clean, she doesn't. So I told Josh all I knew about her sexual past. He thanks me, but doesn't take the news well. Apparently my sister has been presenting herself as a sexually shy kind of girl. Edit, she lied and said he was her third sexual partner. Completely blindsided him. He's put the wedding on hold and hasn't spoken to my sister for several days. Says he needs time alone to think. As you can imagine, everyone in my family is blaming me for ruining my sister's wedding. I guess I kind of did. Josh's family is kind of neutral, though they're obviously offering Josh emotional support and thanking me for my honesty. Am I the a-hole? Edit, okay, I am the a-hole. I accept that. However, I have seen no convincing arguments about why Josh doesn't deserve to know before getting married, and everyone here has just disregarded his feelings out of hatred for my actions. Fair enough. Given that, I don't regret my actions and will do it again if she doesn't tell her future partners before getting married. I am an a-hole, but a necessary a-hole. We have reached the end of the story. Let's listen to some of the comments by our Reddit listeners. Comment 1. You are the a-hole. People grow up and they change. Why are you bringing up her college days? Almost every single person did something stupid in college. Why bring that up to ruin her life now? If she's STI free, why does it matter how many people she's slept with? As for the sexually shy comment, it happens. People can get shy during sex even after multiple partners. Grow up. Comment 2. You are the a-hole. It was not your place to tell him. You had no right. Seems to me you're a little jealous of your sister getting married. Comment 3. You are the a-hole. Big time. You just catapulted yourself into someone else's relationship. If your sister didn't want to tell this Josh guy her past, that's on her and up to her. It was the past, it's in the past. If she isn't like that now, it really shouldn't matter to him or you. Plus, it sounds like your sister has finally found someone that she wants to be with. You have jeopardized that. You have put the happiness of two people at risk for. IDK what? What was your end here? To give Josh the full picture? Not your responsibility. YTA. And I hope your sister can forgive you. Am I the a-hole for taking away my wife's access to our money? I have been married to my wife, Ashley, for 7 years. I am the only one that works. Ashley spends her time volunteering at a charity she started. I am fine with this as I make enough for both of us. In financial decisions, we have equal say. I will admit that I am the numbers nerd of the relationship, so I do the budget and handle our investments. My wife has equal input into the budget, we both have to agree on it. Like many people, we are saving for retirement and a couple of other financial goals. Ashley's sister and her family are going through a lot of financial issues at the moment. My BIL lost his job and my SIL is reaching out to my wife for help. They are asking for us to cover their monthly expenses. I said no, while we have some discretionary money, we don't have that much. Both my wife and I get fun money to spend however we wish each month. I told my wife that I would match whatever amount of her fun money she wants to give her sister from my fun money. My wife doesn't want to do that, she says that won't be enough money. She wants us to reduce the amount we are saving each month to help her sister. I refused. I do not want to jeopardize my family's future for her sister's present. Ashley was very unhappy with my answer, but I refused to change my mind. I found out last week that my wife gave her sister money out of our general savings account. I was furious. To me, this is a complete betrayal of trust. I confronted her and her reply was that I forced her to go behind my back by being unreasonable. I was angry. I ended up going to the bank and opening up new accounts in my name only. I moved the balances to my new accounts. I left in enough money for the expenses that she typically pays according to our budget, things like groceries, her gas, etc., as well as her fun money. I did not leave her without access to any money. I did leave her with access only to money that she is supposed to spend according to the budget we both agreed to. I went home and told her what I had done. She is accusing me of financially abusing her. I pointed out that she is the one that used my trust, not the other way around. That is, it is on her to prove to me that she is worthy of my trust, because after what she did, I don't trust her anymore. She said if that was the case, she should just leave. That she wasn't going to be treated as a child. I told her to leave them because I wasn't going to give her the opportunity to steal from me again when it is clear she isn't even sorry for what she did. She left to stay with her sister. I believe I am completely justified for what I have done. She is the one that broke our agreement. Did I take it too far though? This was the first time she had ever done anything like this. Did I let anger get the best of me? Aita for taking away her access to the money? Comment 1. Not the a-hole. You nailed it there at the end. She stole from you. No excuse. My husband and I have a similar financial arrangement, and I simply cannot imagine doing what your wife did. Such a betrayal. Comment 2. So, she has gone to stay with her sister, the one who's broke? So, now there's another mouth to feed in that house, and she's going to essentially be the sole provider for that household out of her own money. I think she'll be back. The question is whether OP will want her back. Betrayal is exactly the word. OP made a reasonable suggestion for the amount of financial help they could offer her sister's family, but that wasn't good enough. She stole from the person she is supposed to be in love with, who has supported her financially for the duration of the marriage, and then even had the nerve to claim financial misuse when OP moved to protect his hard-earned assets. He is definitely not the a-hole. Comment 3. I came here ready to think you were an a-hole from the title, but I think that what your wife did was awful. You said you would contribute the same amount of fun money as she did to her sister, doubling the loan effectively, and your wife went behind your back to unilaterally take joint funds so her fun money won't be affected. You are not the a-hole. Your wife is being an unreasonable mooch. Normally I hate how quick Reddit is to tell people to dump their partners, but if you don't have kids, now is a great time to consider whether you could handle a lifetime of this person and this behavior. Comment 4. You suck. Esh. I can't believe the number of people here telling you you're completely in the right. What your wife did was horrible and inappropriate 100%, but you took away her access to her money just as much as yours. You are married, it doesn't matter who earns it. She isn't taking your shared money to spend it on heroin or gambling it away, she's using to help someone. You may value your financial goals more, but it sounds like she values her sister's well-being more. You both need to thoroughly talk this out immediately. I've seen longer marriages end over less. Update. Well, it looks like the posters that commented that my marriage is doomed were correct. First, after reading the posts, I agreed that it was not fair that I had access to our savings, and she did not, even though she gave some away without my consent. Following the advice of several posters, I contacted my bank, and I found that the account could be changed so that while both of us could deposit money, it would take both our signatures to take money out of the account. This would give her the same control over the accounts that I had by putting them under my name. I contacted Ashley to let her know that I would put the money back in the joint account if we switched the account to require both of our signatures. She said no, that just showed that I didn't trust her. I told her I didn't. She had taken money without my consent. Of course, I didn't trust her. She refuses to change the account. I refuse to give her unrestricted access. So right now I am still the only one with access to the money. We also tried marriage counseling, another suggestion that posters brought up multiple times. The counselor asked both of us to say what we thought was wrong with our relationship. Ashley said that I had offended her by taking away her access to money. I said that Ashley had broken my trust by giving away money without my consent. It took a few sessions, but it became pretty clear that we just weren't going to see things the same way. I wasn't going to commit to supporting her sister's family, and she refused to see giving them money without my consent as a breach of trust. The kicker came when it go be close to the end of the month and Ashley demanded, not asked, demanded, that I put $3,000 in the account for her to use pay her sister's bills. Her reasoning was since she stayed there we owed it to them. I told her she was ridiculous and that if I wouldn't do that while we were together, why in the world would I do it now? She walked out of the session and told me that she wouldn't continue counseling until I agreed. I contacted a lawyer and filed for a legal separation and will be filing for divorce. I found that I am legally obligated to pay usual and ordinary bills of the household, but I am not required to pay any bills for where she moved to since she left voluntarily. So I am doing what I am required to, including things like paying for her car insurance and her cell phone, but I am not giving her access to any other funds. She has asked, more like demanded, I give her money as she will be getting it when we divorce, but I don't have a way of making sure whatever she is given comes out of the final settlement, so I am refusing. Am I the a-hole for making my wife return the $900 necklace she bought for herself using my money? My M34, wife's F30, birthday was a couple of weeks ago. She was very honest and vocal about what she wanted, and it was SL buckled bracelet. I bought it for her and it cost me $300 using my own account. We do not purchase each other gifts using the joint account. Since money is tight, this gift broke my back, but still I wanted her to feel appreciated on her birthday. I gave her the bracelet, and she was thrilled. Said she admired it and put it on right away. Later that night and after the birthday celebration was over, I found out that my wife purchased a $900 necklace using my account. I asked why she bought herself a gift knowing I already purchased her a gift, and asked why she used my money. She nervously said she wasn't sure that I was going to get her anything for her birthday, and so she planned ahead and bought the necklace. She said that she used my money because, obviously, the gift is supposed to come from me. I was puzzled as she explained her reasons. I was mad. $900 was a lot to spend on a gift. Besides, I already bought her a gift, so this was an unnecessary spending process. I told her since I did bring her the gift she wanted, then she needed to return the alternative gift she bought for herself. She refused and argued that I was being heartless and selfish to make her return her birthday gift. I insisted and told her I'd do it myself if she kept refusing. She said she will just return the $300 gift, but I said no, not the $300 gift that I agreed to pay for, and she should return the $900 gift I never agreed to let her have. She returned it after I pressured her and kept sulking, saying I'm a controlling jerk with no regard for her feelings on her birthday. She got her sister involved, and she ended up calling me an offensive a-hole for making money a priority over my wife's happiness. It's been 2 weeks and she's still cold-shouldering me. We have reached the end of the story. Let's listen to some of the comments by our Reddit listeners. Comment 1. NTA. But your wife is. I would check my accounts to make sure she hasn't purchased any other gifts. Comment 2. And this is why, in my opinion, in a marriage there should be no his money and her money, it is now our money. Money issue are one of the leading causes for divorce. Can it work by keeping finances separate? I'm sure it can, but it can cause so many headaches and disagreements and jealousy if one make way more than the other. Comment 3. Holy cow, money is not tight for our family, but I would freak out, in a bad way, if my husband bought me something for $900. That is insane, setting aside the fact that she stole the money. Comment 4. NTA, this chick literally committed a felony and then twisted the logic to make it seem like you were getting her a gift, also that she could manipulate you into making her return her gift you got her. There's something wrong with this girl, man. I guarantee you this isn't the first time this batcrap logic has come into play, and it certainly won't be the last.